Hi everyone, uh, welcome back to Escape Room Coding. Today we are building a super simple calculator, okay, that lets you type full mathematical expression and get instant result. So today we'll be building two different calculators, one with menu and the other one without menu. So the first calculator will let you type expression like for example 5 multiplied by 8. So that calculator will let you enter these kind of expression. Let me increase the font a bit. Yeah, that let you enter expression like this, or let's say 9 divided by 3. So these kind of expression you will be able to enter in your console, and the calculator will evaluate the result, and it will give you the result. So yeah, so this is one of the calculator, and the second calculator we'll be building is uh menu based calculator, where the program will display the menu you mean I mean the program will ask the user to enter, you know um, what type of operation they want the program to perform. For example, addition, and let's say multiply, and subtract or division. So these kind of menu the program will ask, and uh, you will have to choose one of the operation, and the program will ask for the values, and finally it will give you the result. So let's go back to our editor. I'm using VS Code. Okay, if you guys there are lots of editor available online. Feel free to use any of the editor available. So for this particular you know uh, project or mini project, I'll create my first file. Okay, I'll give the file name as, let's say, uh, cal uh, calculator 1.py. Okay, let me increase the font a bit. Yeah, I think that should be fine. All right, so the first calculator uh, is like this. I'll code it and I'll explain everything line by line so that you guys can follow. Now, by the end of this video, you should be knowing how to, in how to take input from the screen. You will be, you know, uh, you will learn how to use if else statement, how to use try and try catch, or try or except uh, statement. Okay, so let's start with our first calculator. This is pretty simple but very important one. So first I'll create a variable, let's say result equal to, or rather I would say expression is a variable which will hold the input from user. So I'll say enter math expression. I'll give an example, like example, sorry, 5 into 8. So this is just an example to show the user what expression we are talking about, right? I'll give a space here. Fine. Now I'll calculate the result. So okay, the result equal to So to calculate an expression, okay, I made a mistake here. So to calculate an expression, uh, 5 multiplied by, sorry, 5 multiplied by 9, or some similar expression, we use a function called eval or evaluate in short. So we just need to pass the expression here, all right, and the eval function will take care of the calculation, and the result will be stored in the result variable. Now we just need to print the result. Okay, so to print the result we'll be using f string. Now if you guys have watched my previous video, you should be knowing it. If you haven't watched my previous video, please go ahead and watch it. um, there I have explained how to use f string and what is it. So I'll just give a brief about it. So f string is basically, you know a, a function where you can substitute string or result or a variable inside a string. So I'll just go ahead and finish this. Result, how do I substitute the value here? I'll just put curly braces and I'll put result. All right. Okay, there is one more mistake. I'll remove this. Yes, so this should work fine if I execute it. Now this is asking me to enter an expression, so I'll just say, let's say 12 minus 9. When I press enter, it will give me the result. Okay, I will run it one more time. 1 second. Yeah, run. Yeah. Now this time what I'll do is I'll give, let's say, 6 divided by 9. It will give me the exact value. I'll run it one more time. Let me. So this time what I'll do, I'll give a different input. For example, let's say I'll give some string and I press enter. So we got an exception here because, okay, where is it? Yeah, because this function is used to calculate an expression, not a text value but expression, mathematical expression. Now since here when I run it, since here I did not pass the expression, I just passed some random characters or random values. That's why the system was not able to identify what is the value I have entered, which is why I got the exception. So this is the error, where the system is saying that you know the value is not defined or unknown or an invalid value. Now we don't want our program to break, in the middle of such invalid value. We need to handle the expression, we need to handle the error or the exception more carefully and give an appropriate you know uh, response to the user. So to do that, what we do is we will use try and escape block. Try, okay, and X. Okay, now I just need to take this and put it on top because I don't need here. I just need to put this block inside this, like this. Okay. Now for the in the escape block, I mean here in this part, I'll print. Uh, let's say, oops. invalid input is valid expression. So that should be fine. All right. So this should handle the exception we were getting. Now I'll rerun this program. Now this time I'll give another random value. One second, let me increase it. Yeah, I'll give something like this. So I should get this. And if I give, I'll rerun it. Run this program. Yeah. Um, if I give 9, 8 minus 7, I should be getting 1. Yeah, we got the result. Now, so if you are coming from a different background, by different background, I mean different programming language. I myself learned SAP ABAP. Python is a new language for me. So what I've seen is in Python we don't use the curly braces like this to define a block, or like this to define a block. Okay, here we use indentation. Indentation means the spacing. So if I remove the indentation, the system will give us an error. So indentation is very important in Python. All right. So yeah, this is the simple calculator which we just developed. Try it yourself and see what errors you encounter, and how what kind of mathematical expression you solve, and share the result in the comment. All right. Moving on to the next calculator. uh, I'll just create one more file. So the first calculator is uh, to solve an expression like this, and the second one will create a menu based calculator where we will be able to see the menus, the operations, what the program is capable of doing. We can also combine both the calculator into one file and make a big you know program, but I want to keep it simple, and so that's why I have separated the two programs. All right, let me create the second one. Okay, so first what I'll do is I'll just print a heading. So print. Okay. Welcome to the Python calculator. Now I'll just give a line here just to make it look a little bit more, you know, nice, I would say. Print. Now the menu is, first menu is, or the first option is, first operation, I'm sorry, is, let's say, addition. Addition. Right. The second one is subtraction. The third one is the fourth one is, let's say, division. Okay. Done. So I'll create a variable now to store the operation the user have entered. So the variable name is, let's say, operation. I'll accept the input from user. Input operation. I'll just say 1, 2, 4. Which operation? All right. Now I'll accept two numbers to perform the operation. So num1 equal to input, and then second number. Okay, one more thing. The input function always enter the value in string format. Now, since we are performing mathematical operation, we have to convert this input into or uh, store this input value into a integer or a floating value or a decimal value. Okay, so to convert it, we'll use float. Float is a function. What it does is it will accept the input from the screen and convert the value into a floating value and store it into num1. Similarly with this float, like this. Okay, next, the float function will accept the input from the user and convert the value, inputted value, into a uh, floating value or floating number and store that number into num1. Similarly with num2. Okay. All right. Now, since we have four different operations to perform, now to choose which operation user has entered, we'll be using if else statement. If, okay, so if operation equal to 1 colon enter. Now equal to means exactly equal to, not this equal to. This is an assignment operator, but this is a condition or check, a conditional operator to check whether the operation, the value inside this variable is equal to 1 or not. Okay, now we'll perform the first operation. So the first one is addition. So what we'll do is print. So remember f string. Now you using f string, we can also do some sort of calculation. For example, result. What I'll do is I'll do num1 plus num2. Sorry, num2. That's it. One step back, we'll use elif operation equal to number 2 print result back, sorry, elif operation equal to 3 colon print. What is the third operation? Third one is multiplication. Okay, so come to right, and the fourth one is elif operation before colon. Now, since the fourth one is a division operation, there is always a risk of uh, the second number be 0. For example, uh, let's say in this case, right? So if the first number is 19 and it is the second number is 0, this expression will throw an exception, okay? Because any number cannot be divided by 0. So to handle this, what we can do is we can use the except try and except block as we have seen in our first calculator, or what we can do is we can add one more check here. If num2, okay, this is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then print result num1 divided by num2, else print error then by 0. So, allowed, okay. Now I'll put one more else for the outer if else statement. So the final else is to handle, okay, we have four different operations here. So let's say instead of entering this, user enter something like let's say an exception, an exclamation mark, or let's say at the rate or anything, okay. To give a proper response to the user, what we'll do is we'll put an else block. If none of the conditions here matches with the operation, then this block will be executed. So print invalid selection, okay. So this is the um, message I want user to see, so that they know the operation is invalid. Now I see that there are a couple of red lines here, which means the indentation is not correct. So if you see here, there is a space, and since this is not correct, that's why we're getting a red line over here. I'll just put it like this, so it should be fine now. All right, this is it. Let me execute the program and see the result. One second, let me cancel it. I'll just clear the screen. I will rerun the program. Yeah. So welcome to Python calculator. We have four different operations we can perform. So either it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's say I enter 1. It will ask me for the first number, I'll give, let's say, 45. It will ask for the second number, I'll say, oh, 9. So the result is this. I'll rerun this program, right? Now I'll say I want to perform division or operation 4. I'll give the first number as 78 and the second number is, let's say, 0. What should I get? Should I get a value in the result or should I get some sort of message? Okay, let's see. So the message is error, division is not allowed. Division by 0 is not allowed. Okay, I'll clear the screen. Yeah. I'll run one more time. So we have 4 operations. Now what I'll do is I'll give something like some dummy characters. Let's say. So I'll give something like this. If I press enter and it is asking me for the first number, enter, and the second number, enter. So I should get invalid selection. All right. So this is what this is how our second calculator works, and we have already seen the first calculator. I hope you guys have learned something and try to explore, more such programs. I'll be sharing more programs in future, and try out these programs and have fun with it. Try to combine both the program into one program and see how you can do it. So you can experiment in many ways. So see what errors you get, see what output you get. Share your stories in the comment of this video, and feel free to ask any questions. Right. Yeah, in the next video I am planning to build a program for um, the rock paper scissor game. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to build a program to recreate it. I mean, I'm trying to create a program where we can play rock paper scissor with our program. So yeah, that is what I'm planning to do in my next video. So let's see. All right, uh, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys have fun. uh, if this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more Python project, and let's keep coding. All right. Yep. Thank you. Bye.